With Dell Repository Manager, there are several ways to create repositories of updates. If you're using one of our Dell tools, such as OpenManage Essentials, OpenManage Integration for VMware vCenter, System Center Virtual Machine Manager, iDRAC, CMC, and others, there's automation that we have available that allows you to more automate the creation of a new repository. But there's times when you need to just manually create a new repository. So with Repository Manager, that's very simple. You just come to New, manually create new repository, give that repository a name, call it New Repo. We're going to select the Dell Online Catalog as our source for content, but you can also see that if you want to create a new repository based upon content from a previous catalog, that option is available to you as well. And there is a video that focuses more on that particular aspect. We're going to filter down to exactly what we want, and we're going to create some repositories based upon our server line. And let's create ones for some rack and some tower servers. We're interested in 64-bit, and we have some Linux versions as well. So here we can either select all models, which would create a repository for everything, or what most people do, which is to select exactly what you have inside of your data center. In our case, we have some R620s and 630s, and of course 720s and 730s. And we have a couple T630s available to us. So we're going to create a repository just for those. And we'll just click Next and Finish. And now Repository Manager is off creating a customized repository that contains only the updates that are applicable to the systems that we selected. And you can see that that's a fairly fast process. So here's our new repo that's been created, and you can see that everything is available to it. And you can, if you want to go in and look at what's specifically inside, in this case an R730 for Linux, we just select it, select components, and now we can see all the components that are applicable to an R730. Remember, this is everything that is updatable for an R730. So you may, not have all 67 components inside, and you want to filter some of those out. And this is one of the advantages of using one of the Dell tools, is because it does all the filtering for you. But we understand that that may not always be the case. So you can use one of our filters. We have several types, so if you're interested in just drivers or firmware, BIOS, application utilities, you can do that. So if you want to see real quick what's the current BIOS version, just click on BIOS. If you're interested in seeing only things that are marked as urgent, very simple to go in and select the criticality as urgent. Specific dupe formats. We're of course only in a Linux bundle, so that's what you're gonna see. But probably the most powerful filter here outside of keyword search is the device categories. So let's say that you have no tape devices inside of your system. So you can come in, select tape, select those, hit delete, delete from repository, click OK. And now all tape has been deleted from your repository. And you can see that there's a number of other options that you could use. So there you have an easy way to manually create a new repository. Use some of our filters to assist in adjusting it and customizing it to what you need. And of course, once you're done, then you can of course go in as normal, create deployment tools, search for new updates. And of course, don't forget that one of the most powerful things that Repository Manager can do is to automate the discovery of new updates for you by letting you just select the repository, schedule a repository search, follow the wizard, and it'll set everything up for you. And of course, there are specific videos that you can view to give you a little bit more information on this particular feature. So there you have easy way to manually create a new repository using Repository Manager.